watching a little video while my other stuff gets ready. Rich forever. I don't know where this is coming from, but I am just going with it. Waiting for my profile to go live because I will be doing for the first time ever. I will be doing a set review. I'm super excited to do a set review, and a lot of the cards look fantastic. Now, a weird thing is that the movie is, I think it came out a week ago to this day. So they're like, all right, well, the movie's been out for a week, so if you haven't seen it already, that's too bad. But it's really interesting when you drop a movie set before, like, as a movie, like, actually launches. No, it's just a little crazy to me. I just gotta be honest. Just a little crazy to me. But I couldn't tell you how excited I am for the set, how excited I am for this film. Gundam Seed is just legendary. Whether you like it or don't like it. See, for me, I didn't like Gundam Seed at first. I gotta be real with everyone. I didn't like Gundam Seed when I first saw it. I thought it was lame. I thought it was... I hated how the characters acted. It just felt like it was a very slow teen melodrama where I don't know if I just wanted to see more crazy war battles, but I just didn't care about all the emotions that were going on with all of the different characters. I just didn't. I mean, I don't care that Kira's dealing with trauma. I don't care that. Well, I did care about the fact that we had Flay, who tried to manipulate Kira after just being blatantly, I guess you could say racist, or you could say, I don't know, speciesist, which doesn't really exist for us yet, probably. So that was very interesting. But then you kind of get to the whole childhood best friends, Kira and Athrun. And for those childhood best friends, I can get to how like that. I think that might be the part that most people could possibly connect with. Not saying that everyone has a childhood friend that they grow up that like, hey, why are we fighting against each other? We don't want to fight. And then it's like, well, we both somehow got into the military, and now we're in the military. So there. So anyways, super duper 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 excited today for us to go in to this set, do my first ever set review. Now this set, it's going to be an interesting set review because I'm probably going to have to bounce back between two screens because the cards aren't all translated that well on, I guess, the Japanese side, I don't believe. What happens when I click on this thing? I forgot what happened. Translate. I mean, it is a decent translate. Sorry, I just spaced for like 30 seconds. There's just a couple different ways that I can display the abilities. I think I'll just... I might just do it 3 ways, I guess. Lame. I'll try to make sure that they're the right translations. So I'll have to fact check them myself. That's really interesting. Translate. All right. So we're doing the review. So we're going to be looking at the different art that the cards have. We're going to be looking at all of the different abilities that the cards have. And then maybe we'll be able to kind of get an idea for a deck build, because I think it'd be I'm going to buy the set. I just want to kind of think about a deck. I want to brainstorm about a deck. I'm really excited for this. Seed. So like I was saying earlier, I didn't really like Seed. And Seed Destiny, oh my gosh. Once I watched Seed Destiny, I was like, this is the same show again. I mean, as some other Gundam personalities say, Grand Theft Auto Gundam Edition. I mean, it's crazy how literally every character is the same in the second season. And you're just like, why are we doing this again? How is everything happening again? The same exact way. You just felt like there was no growth. I mean, the only good thing about that when you come from that perspective is like, all right, maybe there's a lot of like really exciting Gundam battles, but nonetheless, there was definitely opportunity for growth there. So now we're going to transition to surf mode. Surf mode. Surf mode. Battle spirits. Seed and freedom. Well, Seed Freedom, and then it's Freedom and Destiny, I think is the name of the box. Fate and Freedom. CBOX. So this is the first CBX set for Battle Spirits. Of course, the Japanese game. Saga is just starting its first collab, and we're not there yet. But we're going to refocus. So CBX set, the first collaboration booster EX set. So if you play the Digimon card game, they have these things called EX sets, which are kind of just smaller collaboration set, or not collab, just smaller sets in between the main sets. And so far, and for future videos, future streams, don't necessarily like take this like too much like as pure truth, but think about it like this. Right now for this set, so look at this, where I think I gotta go all the way to the bottom. 45 cards in total, 45 different cards. 22 commons, 10 rares, 8 master rares, and pretty much 5 X rares. 20 are reprints. So if these EX collaboration sets, yawning, man, I just get way too hyped and I just talk too fast. So out of the 45 types of cards, 20 are reprints. So it's possible that if this CX set, CBEX set is going to set the framework, the structure of how future CBEX sets will work, that will be really interesting. And you're like, Neon Omen, why would that be interesting? Why would you be that excited for reprints? Why would that be something that matters to you? And then we adventure to where it says how the cards will be printed. Zoop. Reprinted with X rare processing. X rare processing, which means that this is pretty much going to be a set where everything's going to be textured. Everything will look X rare. This set's bling is going to be unreasonably fantastic. I legitimately cannot wait to see how beautifully these cards are going to look. Now, this kind of reminds me of the PBO2 Premium Bandai 2 Godzilla Toho set. That set was also similar as far as having an entire set full of X-Rare foiling. I think about Yu-Gi-Oh! When I think about that. It makes me think of the Ultimate Rare foil style texture. That's what it reminds me of. Now, it's not completely embossed like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ultimate Rare, but X-Rare processing is just such a gorgeous thing to see, and I'm just so excited to keep looking and more cards that you have. Now, let's see here. I'll take off the oversleeve. So X-Rare processing looks kind of like this. It's just extremely vibrant. It's beautiful. The card, this is one of the Banshee Gundam from the Unicorn Gundam series. This is its card. I hope this focused. If not, I'm sorry. My stream is behind like 20 seconds. Anyways, but that's why it's just so exciting to get. Everyone wants to see some of their favorite cards from past sets that may not have had a foil card yet, or maybe are foil and you're like, well, this card upgraded would look absolutely insane. Like, just thinking about it is just almost bone chilling, if not like just super, super exciting. And for me, it's really, really exciting. So back over here, Collaboration Booster EX Gundam Fate and Freedom. The extra pack Gun Collaboration Booster EX, containing new and reprinted cards, is now available for the first time. Contains many new cards from Mobile Suit Gundam, Seed, Freedom, Freedom, Freedom. And it's going to be released January 26, 2024, which is actually going to be February 3rd. And pretty much where it says you get cards from the previous sets. Yawning again. I'm going to take some more water. All right, we back in this thing. So, cards from the previous set. So Seed and Seed Destiny are being reprinted. Here is the poster for the movie, talking about when the movie is released. The Contract Spirit, beautiful, beautiful card. Rising Freedom Gundam is now available as a Contract Spirit. So this is Seed's first entry into the Contract Saga, joining Gundam 00, Char's Counterattack, Hathaway's Flash, and the Witch from Mercury. Now the only one left, which honestly is the one that would make the most sense, Iron-Blooded Orphans. So let's continue. You can make a deck around the entire compass. Squad, crew, pilots, whatever. Look at all these Seed Freedom cards like Kira Yamato, CE, which stands for Cosmic Era 75. And then Compass, Compulsionary, Observant, Observational, Making Peace Service. Let's all make peace. And a lot of exciting cards that are just going to look so hot. So hot. I might actually have to get a carton for this set, because this set's gonna pop off. So, oopsies, they didn't oopsies. They did the wrong ratios. Well, guess what, Battle Spirits? You're forgiven. Only condition is, let's talk about another Digimon set. And maybe a Shaman King set. Because you can't tell me Shaman King with the Contract Avon would just be so hot. But please bring back Tensei. Please bring back Rebirth. I want more Rebirth Gundam cards. They have to exist. They're beautiful. People like them. They really do. It's a gimmick, but it's a fun gimmick. Now, back to Seed Freedom. So, they made an oopsie. There is an error in the number of rarities in this set. We feel bad for this. Oops. So it looks like what's going to happen is that there's going to be less rares, and a little less rares and less master rares. But you get more commons? Oh, okay, so they screwed that up. So you thought you were getting more holo cards. Well, they'll all be holo, but more, I guess. And that's like a weird thing when you think about a set where everything's just going to look absolutely gorgeous. Is you're like, oh, well, it's a common, but you can't tell the difference between that and an X rare. It's kind of silly. All right, all right, all right, all right. We are at the cards. Yeah. We're at the cards. Yeah. We're at the cards. Yeah. So this is where it's going to get a little more interesting as far as how I'm going to have to read these guys out. So maybe I'll just take out my phone, other phone, and I will read them off of my phone while that stays up. Oops. That might be the easiest way to do this thing. What do you think, everybody? Yes, ma'am. All right. I like the sound of that. So I'm going over to El Cell Telefono. And now, and it's really funny thing for the Battle Spirits because now it's going to go to Common Writer, and I think I'm just going to actually just unsubscribe from the notifications until March because I just don't care about Common Writer. I don't. Well, yeah, I'll just turn off the notifications because I don't want to get notified when a Common Writer comes out because I'm not a Common Writer guy. I don't ride commons. I'm just I might be a common myself, but that is just not it. Or maybe I'll just use this. No, because they need to see it. All right, so this is the Gelgoog Menace. It's a cost 2 spirit with 2 diamond reductions, so this guy's gonna be easy to play for free. He's got one symbol, level 1, level 2, 2 at 2 core. Level or the pre-ability right here. Oh, look at that zoom in. That was insane. Zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. We're gonna zoom in, everybody. Can't stack. When your Compass Family Spirit uses Contract Advent, you can summon this card from the hand without paying the cost. Oh my gosh, you mean you can pay 2 with 2 diamond reduction? You don't have to use the cost? That's value right there, everybody. Opposing end step. If you have any Compass Family Braves, Nexus, or Mirage, you can +1 counter. This is a Contract Advent deck, but you'll notice how getting the counters takes forever in this deck. It's really weird. So, interesting card. It can play it. You pretty much just want to use it on your opponent's turn to try to counter boost, and maybe it'll survive another turn to counter boost. But other than that, it's pretty much worthless. All right, moving on to the second one. Now this one is very exciting. Let's zoom in, everybody. Oh, it gave me a hand instead. That's weird. I don't like that. Anyways, Gelgoog Menace, Luna Mario use. Now, when summoned, level 1 or 2, let's take the 1 core level. You can put a core from the void to each your trash, another Compass Family Spirit, or Nexus you control. So you summon this spirit, you core boost 2. What? You summon this spirit with 1 diamond reduction, so this could cost 2, requiring 3 cores, making sure you put 1 on it. So if you turn 1, well, no, not if you turn 1. So even turn 2, if you summon this thing, you've almost doubled your resources. That's crazy. That is insane. So that's just the level 1/2 when summoned, not once per turn, same name. Flash, either attack step by exhausting the spirit, return opposing spirit to the hand. Any spirit. Doesn't care. Doesn't care how strong you are. Doesn't care what level you are. Bounce that spirit. This card is we're on card 2, and this is a common, and this card is cracked. This card is hyped up. Wow, that Luna Mario used Gelgoog. Gelgoog. Gelgog. Come on, phone. All right. On to the next mobile suit. Let's zoom in. Our first Gundam from Seed Freedom. Flash. Contract Advent. Compass. Your turn. When summoned or advanced, reveal 3 cards from your deck top. Among them, besides an Immortal Justice Gundam, add a Compass family card to the hand. Return any remaining cards to the deck bottom. So, you can't get himself, but should be able to get the Spec 2. Or the Mark, yeah, the Spec 2. Remaining cards go to the deck bottom. So you get anything you want when it's summoned or advanced. That's pretty good. I like that. And then it has variable phase shift armor 5, which means it can't be affected by anything whose original cost is 5 or less. A cracked effect for a cost 3 card. When you know that you have a cost 3 that's unaffected by things 2 costs higher, you can pretty much assume that that's already going to be a pretty good card. Wow. Athrin Zala, or maybe that's Shins, I don't remember. I don't know, man. Haven't seen the movie. All right. Hum. Interesting looking at the Gaian Strom. Oh, Storm. I don't know how to weed everybody. All right, Gaian Storm. Agnes use. During your main step, including being in soul state or pre-advent condition, if you control any freedom or Cure Yamato, you can pay 1 cost to summon this from your hand. All right, so almost 1,000% you're going to be able to just pay 1 cost to summon it. Okay. When it attacks or blocks, by returning another Compass Family Spirit or Brave you control the deck bottom, draw a card. Probably not going to get used. I don't know. I mean, you really don't want to get rid of your stuff. Seems really, really goofy, really silly. I mean, I get that you can summon it quite effortlessly, but I'm sure that there's better cards you could put in your deck. This one looks even better. I'm not sure how I feel about this line going around him. Man, my phone... The Wi-Fi is not friendly with my phone at all. Come on, phone, reload. You can do it, phone. Yay. No, back up. You have internet connection. Why are you yelling at me? Oh, ass phone. All right. Anyways, hey, what did I just call you? Can't call you what I really want to call you on stream. I've been a bad streamer. I haven't looked at a single comment in like an hour. Wow, what a guy. Mods, clean up the chat. That's so funny. Wow, so he's so kind to offer me followers? What a guy. I want to be just like that. Oh, this is my attention span. Digimon. But sometimes I just don't want to deal with things. I just click away from it, and then I'm like, you know what? And then I have to like read something else for like 10 minutes, and then I go back to it. Anyways, I don't know why I didn't read my comment on over here, but yeah. We lock back in, we lock back in, we lock back in. All right. The Gaian Storm Hilda use. Once per turn, same name, you can summon a cost 6 or... Oh, sorry. When summoned, which is a cost 4 spirit with 3 diamond reduction. So it should be pretty easy to get that card to summon for not that expensive. When summoned, once returned, same name. You can summon a cost 6 or less Compass Family card from your trash or soul state. When you've done so, counter boost 1. Now that's important. Out of the first 6 or so cards, we found 2 that counter boost. Remember that. Not a lot do that. Now that's interesting. Family card from your trash or soul save. So that could mean nexuses, braves, who knows? Spirits. When attacks or blocks, you can at level 2, which is 3 core, you can return opposing spirit to the hand, or if there are 2 or more Compass family spirit cards in your trash, return opposing cost 6 or less spirit to the deck bottom. I don't know who this Hilda is, but this card has my attention. This card has my attention. This would definitely be the better Gaian Storm, in my opinion. Alright, we gotta look up this Hilda. Gundam Seed Freedom Hilda. So eye patch lady. All right. Well, this is really strong. That's a great way to incorporate here more into the movie. On to our next card. So you should have already known that this set is just pure spoilers, and that's like kind of what I said at the beginning of the stream, that they released this set a week after the movie came out to say, like, hey, you had a week to see it. Now you're gonna know. So we have the Dual Blitz Gundam. Once returned, same name. When this card is revealed from the deck by your Compass family effect, pay 1 cost to summon it. When summoned or attacks, discard an opposing burst. And when your opponent can't discard it, once per turn, the spirit can refresh. Not bad. That was just level 1, 2, 3. Also, level 1, 2, 3. Various spaceship armor level 5. Okay. Actually, just cool. I mean, making the Blitz Gundam a part of the duel, adding a little nickel and Izak together, I think that's a really interesting combination. Now, the only thing about that is they weren't really close to one another, so kind of a weird combination between the two, but nonetheless, super, super, super cool that we get to have them together. Really excited to have another dual unit, a part of the Seed universe. The dual, I mean, the Zaft Boys deck is one of my favorite decks, and I think this is going to be an exciting possible tech to have in the deck just for some extra speedy aggression. Talking about additional aggression, we have the Lightning Buster gun. Oh, I've been a bad streamer. I haven't been zooming in. My bad. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Just forgive me, mate. Do it for me. Do it for me. Just do it for me. Do it for me. Lightning Buster Gundam. So, bringing back Izak's original Gundam, bringing back Diarca's original Gundam. Now, this is an interesting approach in my opinion. Is it cool? Yeah. But also, what? I mean, I guess if you think about it, that's what they've done in Seed. Now, the weird thing is, so the Strike Gundam, I guess, is still around, technically. So maybe I should bite my tongue. Because I was about to say, look, well, they don't really use the Strike anymore. They never really rebuilt the Blitz. They never really rebuilt the Aegis Gundam. But they kept bringing the Strike back. And now they keep bringing the Freedom back. So I guess everyone kind of has their signature mobile suit. I was really hoping that Diarca and Izak would get some different mobile suits. And I'm glad they're a part of it, and I understand why they're now secondary characters. They were kind of just whiny boys there to be there and to begin with. Some people are going to hate me for that opinion, but that's why it's called an opinion. I didn't necessarily think that they were too special in Gundam Seed at all. So back to the ability now. This card mimics the Dual Blitz. Once per turn, same name. When this card is revealed by the deck by a Compass family effect, pay 1 cost to summon it. When summoner blocks, return an opposing Nexus to the deck bottom. Okay, that's pretty strong. Shooting a Nexus away just for when summoner blocks, kind of strong. Various phase shift armor costs 5 or less. At level 1, 2, and 3. These two new Gundams can summon. They have the same reduction, they have the same cost, and they have the same BP. So they're definitely meant to have the same power level. They're definitely meant to play with one another. Ooh, thank you, Beanie. I didn't get the noti. We gotta say hi to Standy first, everybody. Oh shit. I gotta change my camera. Hold on. Zoop. Field mode. Zoop. Alright, now that we're back to field mode, I can say hi to Standy. Sounds a little embarrassing. Alright, we're about to go again. We're gonna get in this Bowser stuff. Now that I got done messing with Sandy, we're gonna keep running it up. Running it up. You cannot keep me because I'm too much. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Or stroke you, I'm your father. Alright, we're gonna go back to Battle Spirits. I'll have to say hi to Standy more later. Because we're gonna keep going to my stream. Because I'm priority right now. I'm gonna go back into surf mode. So we just got done with the Lightning Blitz. I got super distracted. Lightning Buster. Now, I think the Lego summons Bakus and Busters. That's nuts. The Lego just got so extra cracked, it's funny. There's so many cards it can summon for no reason. That's so funny to me. That's crazy. And now we're going to go to the next card. We're going to keep it moving. I just clicked the same card for no reason. No, I clicked the wrong card. I don't know why that's effing up. Alright. Alright. Oh, let's have to exit that from there. Alright. Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2. It is a contract advent, counters 2 or more on your turn. By sending that soul of trash, you can... Oh, advent. When attacks, either return opposing Spirit or Brave to the deck bottom or discard an opposing Burst. Not bad when you're over counter at 4 or more. Oh man, my hair is just collapsing on me. Saw that in my video. Ick. So, and then level 2 various phase shift armor 5. So now it's starting to start. The cards are starting to get I don't want to say less good, but not necessarily as able to hold up as powerful as they should be. During Advent, when attacks or blocks, once per turn, you can send your soul core from the trash to the reserve. Why this card is so great is this card is going to give you the ability to continually not only possibly let you build into stronger Gundams and stronger spirits, but it's also going to give you the ability to continue to get your counter up. Because if there's anything that this deck struggles with, or what this deck doesn't have, is it struggles with, or just as overall essentially lack of resources, is being able to get those counters. This card is going to absolutely help with getting counters. On to the next. Black Knight Squad Shiva. When summoning this card, if you control any Mobile Suit Family Spirit, reduce its cost by 1 for every 2 counters you have. 1 attacks, return opposing spirit to the hand. This effect cannot be prevented by armor effects. Like various phase shift armor, it's almost like that card can get right past it. 1 attacks, if the opposing hand is 5 or more, discard a random card from the opposing hand. Alright, white with hand manipulation. During this battle, all your Foundation family spirits are unaffected by the opposing effects with a cost equal or inferior to the discarded cards. Interesting. Oh, Foundation. I must have said Federation. Interesting. So it has the ability to do a little bit of damage and attack the hand, which is really interesting. It can get pretty strong at 5 core, 15,000, and has an ability to, depending on your counters, summon it for a lot less. Moving on. And if that isn't a beautiful card, so far that's going to be my favorite art. Strike Freedom. Mark 2. Type 2. Spec 2. Either attack step. So now we're getting into more confrontational Advent spirits. When attacks are Advents level 1 or 2, during this turn, the effect of opposing spirit can't activate. Then, return opposing spirit to the deck bottom. Alright. So at 4 counters, you're just saying goodbye to stuff. Various phase shift armor 7 or less. So now, he's unaffected by a lot of cards. So just like that, this thing is going to be hard to get rid of. And if you're over counter opposing attack step, when this spirit would leave the field of the opponent, immediately end the attack step. So, not only when this card advents, you can pretty much just get rid of anything, any spirit. You're unaffected by cards that original cost is 7 or less, so you have huge protection. Ridiculous protection. Oh, and by the way, if I block after you attack and I die, attack step's over. Or just however it would leave the field to the opponent. So if they blow it up, they bounce it. Gets bottom decked. However, the opponent did it, unless it's depletion. It's just crazy. That's just insane to me. That was the Strike Freedom. Next, getting into another beautiful card, Destiny Gundam Spec 2. Burst! After an opposing spirit or ultimate attacks, summon this card without paying the cost. So, come up for free, ho. Just whenever you get attacked. Turn 1, attacking, burst. Burst, ho. Summon this card without paying the cost, and including being in soul state or pre-advent condition if you're controlling freedom. During this turn, every opposing spirit or ultimate must attack if possible. Interesting. Why would you want the opponent to be forced to attack with everything? So you can block and maybe kill something? Maybe? Level 1, 2, 3, various phase shift armor 7. So he's already going to be unaffected by everything? Not going to be getting hit by a lot of stuff. Your opponent's going to have to work to be able to touch this guy. When attacks or blocks, gains 1000 BP for each counter you have. Okay. So, say you have 5 counters, this thing can get pretty big really fast. Oh. When attacks or blocks, the spirit gains 1000 BP for each counter you have. Now, it doesn't say until end of turn. So, I don't know how that works in Battle Spirits. I'll actually have to ask the Discord on this one, because even if it does end at the end of your turn, every time you block, you gain 1000 BP for each counter you have. So after the first thing you block, say you have 3 counters and you're level 1, you go from 8,000 to 11,000. They block again, you go up to 14,000. What? Oh, level 2, 3. The spirit can block while exhausted. So, this is a very mean card, because this card makes your opponent pretty much exhaust their entire field, attack with everything, and I'm probably going to block and kill everything, and very, very, very unlikely chance that you're able to touch me. That is so cool. The Destiny Gundam Mark II is so cool. That's a cool card. Lacus! It's Lacus Klein, everybody! What's a Lacus? I don't know, mate. Oh, now you want to notify me that Sandy's live? All right. Neon Omen be getting distracted like crazy. What do you want to talk about? Well, you're my baby. Come to me hitting these poppers. I be getting distracted like crazy, but that doesn't make me stop from coming back. Feeling hungry for something tasty. Want to make it. Not a pastry. Get the dough. Get that dough. Not a pastry, but I get that dough. It's not a pastry. A dough ain't no pastry. Got Lacus Klein looking really pasty. I bet you're that kid in school eating that pasty. Saying really stupid stuff. Get back to the Gundam seat. Freedom! Alright, Lacus Klein. 3, 2 diamond reduction. Master rare. 1 symbol. Now, please make a scenic art with Lacus and Kira. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Why? Because listen to this. This brave and spirit condition cannot attack or block. One copy of this card or brave can brave a spirit you control that's brave to a Kira Yamato. Ignore the amount of braves on it. Level 1, including being in soul state pre-advent condition while you control any freedom. The spirit condition and brave is unaffected by opposing effects. So she is a one symbol card that is probably just going to sit in your field forever. Now the brave condition, listen to this. Compass and original cost 10 or more. There's only one card in this entire set that's like that. So that's going to make this card really gimmicky, unfortunately. When attacks or blocks, once per turn, the spirit refreshes. So you can refresh once per turn with her. And she's pretty much going to be a permanent reduction on your field. Untouchable. All right. Let's see. Now we'll go back to her to really see how dangerous she is. Now this is a weird picture of this girl because I don't know why she looks so ooh, but nonetheless. We got another brave lady. This is Agnes Giebernath. What an ugly name. When summoned at level 1, you can play one. You can summon one Kiriyamato from the hand without paying the cost. Alright, does this girl crush on Kira too? Who knows, man? But why does she summon Kira for free if she doesn't like them? During Brave, one attacks once per turn by refreshing another Compass family spirit or Brave you control. To the deck bottom. Sorry. Once per turn, I said by refreshing. Once per turn, by returning another Compass family spirit or Brave you control to the deck bottom, this spirit refreshes. I don't know why you'd want to get rid of your stuff, and I don't know how much you'd value that refresh. Unless you try to, like, brave her to cost 4 more. So you'd already have to have the Rising Freedom would have already had to have been advented on with something higher. With her, no, it's just way too much work. She's just not worth playing. She's not very good. Why would you want to get rid of your own stuff? That's very silly to me. Hey, Luna Maria Hawk, everybody! Obviously, in Brave Spirit Condition, you can't do stuff. Brave Condition is just Compass, no level requirement. When attacks, put a core from the void to each this spirit and a spirit brave to Shin Asuka you control. Also, while this spirit is cost 7 or less, its brave is fixed at 0. This brave symbol is fixed at 0. So pretty much when she is braved to the Gelgoog, you're not getting any benefits. Except your win attacks abilities. So if she's brave to the Gelgoog, you'll core boost if you have a spirit brave to Shin. But other than that, it's not going to be that impressive. So then you think about the second ability, though. Put a core from the void to each this spirit and a spirit brave to Shin. So not only does this card have to be braved and you're attacking, you also have to have Shin out braved as well. Huh. That's a lot of work to core boost 2 when the original spirit, you just summon it and you core boost 2. So maybe New Luna Maria isn't as hype as we were hoping. Our boy, everybody who worships him, come together. If you want to be closer to the Church of Jesus Yamato. Jesus, Jesus. Everybody pray to Jesus Yamato. Teach us how to come back from the dead. Teach us how to come back, how to come back, how to come back. Jesus, Yamato, it's back. Bring us back to life. Bring us back to life. How many times can you come back to life? Jesus. All right. Hira Yamato. Cosmic Era 75. Obviously in spirit condition, he ain't punching anybody. His brave condition is just Compass. So he can hop in any mobile suit for the most part, as long as it's a Compass family. When summoned, reveal 4 cards from your deck top. Already so good. It's searching. Among them, add a Lacus Klein and a Compass family card to the hand. Return any remaining cards to the deck bottom. So he's absolutely going to help you get closer to that, to getting Lacus, getting additional symbols or reduction on the field, and saving up for that final attack. Because the final attack in this deck is really the final attack in this deck. When attacks, return any number of opposing spirit or ultimates up to a total of this spirit's BP to the deck bottom. Okay. So Seed Freedom just tosses spirits to the deck bottom. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I just can't believe that. That's crack to me, my friends. That is... What? What is going on? I don't get that. I don't like that, but I don't get that. I don't like that, and I don't get that. Kira Yamato, you are just our God, Jesus. We'll pray to you. We'll pray to you, Jesus Yamato. Shin Asuka, Cosmic Era 75. Brave condition is just Compass. During either attacks, that when your Compass family spirit is summoned or contract advance, you can immediately summon this card from your hand without paying or by paying 1 cost. So you contract Davin, or your Compass family spirit is summoned. So you just get to plop them on out there. Not bad. And I believe when you summon a spirit, you can immediately brave it. So just your opponent attacks. Burst your Destiny Gundam. Pay 1 cost, summon Shin. Brave. Block for a huge amount. Brave when attacks. You can target and attack an opposing spirit. Also, once per turn, when only the opposing spirit is destroyed by a BP comparison, the spirit can refresh. So Finn literally just does what he kind of does in Destiny and just dashes at stuff. He's like, I can beat you up. I got power. My mobile suit's stronger than yours. I'm going to chop you in half. That's cool. I like that a lot. This deck's going to be so hard to make. I'm going to want... The ratios in this deck are going to be so whack. It almost makes it feel like, how am I going to fit all this into one deck? Catherine Zala, Cosmic Era 75. Now, if you thought the other effects were like cool or weird, but listen to this. Catherine Zala, Cosmic Era 75. One summoned once per game. If you have 4 counters or more, Life Boost 1. Life Boost 1. Life Boost 1! This is a white card that once per turn, why not? Oh, or once per game, once summon Life Boost. Why not? Just Life Boost. Just do it, man. 4 diamond reduction, cost 5. Just Life Boost. During Brave when attacks, when your Compass family spirit attacks, send 3 core from opposing Grandwalker Nexus to the void. Alright. And during that battle, the opponent can't end the attack step via effects. That is terrifying. You can strip Grandwalker Nexuses, and you can possibly force them to just take the entire battle. That's really scary. Atherin Zala's. And now we got our villain guy, Mr. Orphe. If my phone would load, then I could read you the card, but it's taking too long. It's taking too long, so I'm sitting here and I'm feeling real sad. But I'm gonna keep sitting here. I'll just keep sitting here. And I will just not do a thing, but come on, I'll toggle my Wi-Fi. My gosh, my internet crashed. Atherin Zala. So Orphe Lam Tao. What a name. When summoned, besides himself, put a core from the void to each Foundation family spirit you control. So a huge opportunity to get really dangerous really fast for no reason. Okay. Well, I guess he is the final boss. During Brave, one attacks once per turn by exhausting a white-only spirit you control. Refresh this spirit. You'll know why that's really good later. This next card is pretty neat. Birdie and Blue, a 3-cost Mirage, also a Nexus. When it's revealed from your deck via your Compass family effect, just add it to your hand. Just take it. Just take it. Come on, man. Just take it. Just take it. During your attack set, when your Compass family spirit attacks, you can put a core from the void to any of your spirits. Not bad, right? When your Compass family spirit attacks, just during your attack set, core boost. Why not? Why not just get resources for doing no work? So you attack with your Rising Freedom, you're going to counter boost and core boost. That's scary advantage. Level 1, all of your Brave Compass family Braves are unaffected by opposing effects. Could that have anything to do with the movie? I like how the Mirage costs more, but it makes sense. Now, next to the mothership, the Millennium Falcon. Anyways, level 1, 2. We have Barrage, costs 4 or less. It's unaffected by opposing cost 4 or less effects. Big ol' ship. Flash, level 1, 2, opposing attack step. You can summon a cost 4 or less Compass family spirit card from your hand, treating all its reduction symbols as fulfilled. And that's level 1, 2, or 3, so it could be good. But it's only cost 4 or less, which makes it But I'll tell you, summoning that Luna Maria spirit on your opponent's turn and just core boosting like crazy might not be bad. Level 2, can't stack. When your Compass family spirits would leave the field due to the opponent, if the number of cards in your hand is equal to or inferior to your opponent, draw boost 1. Okay. You're playing 3 of this card and 3 of Birdie and Blue. They only have 2 Nexus cards. And they're already just ridiculously overpowered. Wow. All right. Anyways, you know me, I like getting distracted. So that Millennium card, the ability to keep drawing cards while having so many cards that search is crazy. Actually crazy. I'm very impressed about how... Okay, we have another Mirage. This card in the trash is unaffected by any effect, so once it's gone, it's gone. When this card is revealed by your Compass family effect, just add it to your hand. So this is the magic card, Mirage. Mirage is 3 with 2 diamond reduction. Regular magic is 5 with 3 diamond reduction. During set, when your life is at 1, all your cost 8 or more Compass family spirits gain 1 extra white symbol. Okay. Flash, including being in soul state or pre-advent condition. If you control any freedom during this turn, your life can only be reduced by 1. The amount of defensive abilities and offensive abilities that this deck has is actually scary, because you can really choose how to lure your opponent. You can put your opponent in any situation that you want. This deck is so crazy! Oh, I can't wait to buy this. I'm so hyped for more Gundam. Woo! Yeah. That's a crazy... Oh, man. These battles are going to be so crazy with Seed Freedom. I can't wait. Gundam Hathaway Flash. Char's counterattack. Awakening of a Trailblazer. And now Seed Freedom? All these Gundam movies facing off against each other to see which movie has like the most cracked mobile suits. Ah! This is just phenomenal. So phenomenal. And here we go, our contract X-Ray! Woo! And he's definitely gonna get a parallel. You gotta get a parallel. I can't wait to see the rest of the parallels. Oh, they're gonna be hyped, but you gotta give us respect with the curate. We gotta get a brave parallel. You gotta show up for Seed Freedom. Rising Freedom Gundam. When it's in your soul state, you can contract to have it onto it. When you do, put any amount of cores other than from your field reserve to this card. Contract pre-advent or spirit. When attacks, counter boost 2. Return any opposing spirit with BP equal to or inferior to this spirit to the deck bottom. So now you can think about how unfair this card gets, about how easy it is to just get rid of almost any spirit that this deck sees. You're going to attack and you're pretty much going to, anything that you advent onto, when you're braved, your opponent's not going to be able to keep cards in the field. But everything's going to the bottom of the deck. And this deck is going to be cancer. It's going to be almost impossible to play against. Vayer's face shift armor 5 or less. And then the pre-advent, level 2. Once returned, when you have another Compass family spirit is exhausted, you refresh the spirit. So this guy's just going to count. You're going to be able to counter boost probably quite easily in this deck. And it's going to be really exciting to see how it plays. I can't wait. Now we go on to the big bad of the movie. Black Knight Squad Calrier. Oops. Zoom in. Burst. After opposing spirit attacks. Summon this card without paying the cost. Then, by placing up to 3 cards from your deck top onto the field face down, and putting 1 core from the reserve onto each of them, until the end of the game, those cards are treated as white spirits with cost 0. Foundation Family Level 1, BP 5000, 1 diamond symbol. These face-on spirits can't be braved or advented or switched places. When attacks or blocks, by returning a face-down spirit you control the hand, return opposing spirit to the deck bottom. So this card is going to be able to go through your deck quite quickly. It's going to kind of give you 3 little drones to block with. And then you can possibly get rid of stuff for low effort. And 6 core at 20,000, this could definitely be a scary spirit to go up against. Fantastic boss unit. Now, we already saw this, but as I went a little too quick, Infinite Justice Gundam Type 2. Burst! After your life is reduced. Which is funny, because Athranzala, once per game, life boosts you. So one of them, you're like, please hit me. And the other one's like, well, now you hit me, I'm getting it back. Or I'll just get it back whenever I want. All right, so when your life is reduced, summon this card without paying the cost. Then, for each Compass family spirit you control, return opposing spirit, ultimate, Nexus to the deck bottom. How is anybody going to compete against this deck? Anything you do, bottom the deck. Go on the bottom. Just do, bye, see ya. See ya, bye. Bye, see ya. Bottom the deck. Bottom. Go to the bottom of the deck. Why? Because I said so. Okay. Level 2 when attacks or blocks. Core boost 2 to any of your other Compass family spirits or nexuses. Attacks or blocks, level 2. Oh, various phase shift armor 7 as well. Seed Freedom is terrifying. The versatility is disgusting. The power is insane. Everything's huge and everything can't be touched. This deck is going to be a problem. And finally, the final card in the set. Now, unfortunately, there's no double X rare, but this card's pretty hot. The Mighty Strike Freedom Gundam. Contract Advent 7 counters or more, your turn. Various phase shift armor costs 7 or less, level 1 or 2. Level 1 or 2 when attacks. The spirit can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. It's not the first time we've seen this with Gundam. But it's kind of scary. This is a kind of a scary ability. Also return any opposing 2 spirits, ultimate or nexus to the deck bottom. He returns stuff to the deck bottom. Kira returns stuff to the deck bottom. Rising Strike Freedom returns stuff to the deck bottom. That's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me. That's so. If he's brave to Kira, 2 symbol unblockable, send like 4 things away for no reason. During over counter, which takes 12 counters. Now, throughout this entire set, there are 3 cards that counter boost. The Gelgoog that costs 2. The Gaian Strom Hilda use. And your Rising Strike Freedom. We're Rising Freedom. I'm very interested by this. I'm very interested by this. So you're already gonna be a ridiculously strong spirit. But listen to this. While brave to Kira Yamato and Lacus Klein, the opponent can't use cards from their hand or remove zone. So when you're attacking for 3 symbol, unblockable, unaffected by original cost 7 or less spirits, if you're brave to those two, which let's see how big. So 26,000. So this adds 6 and 2. So 8,000 plus, what was it, 26? 34,000 BP, 3 symbol, unblockable. Bottom deck like 4 things, and you can refresh with Lacus. Okay. I feel this is meant to be, this is definitely meant to be the final killing card. What an interesting unit. What a fun way to end the game. Unblock, this is one of those cards that it's just like when you summon it, game over. Your opponent's not doing anything. This is a dangerous card to play against. And in my opinion, this card is meant to go up against Double O. This card is meant to nullify the Double O Quanta. Your hand or remove zone. Maybe when we get more foundation cards, it's going to use the remove zone, kind of like Zaft used the remove zone in CB13, the original set. So that could be a possibility. Now, the rest of the cards, these are all reprints that are going to get that X rare treatment. So all the older decks are just, and then this is going to be a revival version. Just absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful cards. But the deck is going to be so weird. Let's see, I'm going to mock build it in my head right now. So, starting off with, I guess, the obvious. 3 Rising Strike Free, or 3 Rising Freedom. Is it Rising Strike Freedom or Rising Freedom? Rising Freedom. I don't even know. So let's just do 3 of each of the X rares. The Rising Freedom. Yeah, I thought there was 4 more X rares. Contract X rare 1, X rare 4. What? I'm confused. Is it missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's the mistake? Maybe there's only 3 X rares. 1, 2, 3 plus that. Anyways, I guess I'll keep going. That low key makes this deck building a lot easier because I thought I was going to have to slide in another card. Okay then. Anyways, we'll move on. So 3 Rising Freedom, 3 Justice Mark II, 3 Mighty Strike Freedom. Obvious, we're going to work backwards. So I always play 2 of the magic cards. I think that's a good variety of them. And this card, the ability to save you, is really important. 3 of the New Millennium Falcon, 3 of the Birdie Mirage. Why wouldn't I want a core boost for no effing reason? You tell me. Now we get into the Braves. This is where it's going to get almost impossible. But I can't even get to the Braves yet. Because we would need 3 Strike Freedom Mark II, 3 Impulse Gundam Mark II, 3 Justice Gundam. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cards left. Now there's a lot of other older cards that I could consider putting in. I don't know if the Kusanagi is going to be in the movie, but that helps Orb. So a lot of these reprints aren't necessarily best. What's Haro doing? Is it just white Gundam?
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
That's funny, they linked the wrong one. Oh, that's funny. You can just toggle. Haro's so good. The white Haro's insane. The blue Haro is by far the worst. Because they had to make it gimmicky to go along with the show. I'd consider putting in the Archangel, but we're going to hold off for now. So, obviously, I'd play 3 Kira. I'd probably only play 2 Lacus, but if she's secret, I don't know, man. I feel like you want to maximize it so you can get them all, but at the same time, she doesn't do anything. 3 Athrin Zala, 3 Shin Asuka. This is where it gets so difficult. I don't even think I put in the Destiny Gundam. Let's start from the top. 3 Mighty Strike, 3 Justice Type 2, 3 Rising Freedom, 2 Compass Magic, 3 Millennium Falcon, 3 Birdies, 3 Strike Freedom, Spec 2, 3 of the Impulse Gundam Spec 2, 3 Destiny Gundam, 3 Kira, 2 Lacus, 3 Athrin, 3 Shin. Now, let me look at Shin again, because I think he's pretty mid. So I could do 2 Shin, 3 of the Luna Maria's mobile suit. So hold on, 1. I think my space is so tight in this deck. And I think I'm stretching in so many different directions and it's gonna hurt. 3 Mighty Strike, 3 Justice Type 2, 3 Rising Freedom, 2 Compass Magic cards, 3 Millennium Falcon, 3 Birds, 3 Destiny Gundam, 3 Freedom Mark II, 3 of the Impulse Mark II, 3 Just Infinite or Justice, Moral Justice. Yeah, we're messed up because now we would have 3 Kira, 2 Lacus, 3 Atherin. Now we're running out of space. Now this is where it gets. This is really interesting because now it kind of gets a little sticky because the space is just so tight in this deck. I think you can't play more than 2 Lacus, but like at the same time, I feel like this deck is pulling you in so many different directions. I mean, the Agnes part really bothers me because it feels like they're trying to include her so much in the deck, but she's like, I'm here, but I'm not here. That's the vibes I get from her. I'm here, but I don't want to be here. I don't know if I like that at all. Dude, this piece of hair is just bothering me right now. I'm sorry, stream. Hey, Mod, you didn't clean up my comment. I got 4 viewers tonight. Hi, everybody. How's it going tonight? How you doing? Tell me in the chat. How's it going? How you been? What's going on? What's your favorite mobile suit that you've seen tonight? I have just been locked in looking at these cards. And now I'm like kind of in like a mid deck building mood and I'm just completely stunted. This is gonna be so tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Braves. 5 Braves to fit in this deck. I mean, it's just the amount of dangerous options in this card is disgusting. You're revealing so many cards. Wow, this deck is going to be crazy. It's a cute little box that will come in. Wow, I gotta think about that because what do I do with these Braves? Because you wanna... I think Luna Maria is the least impactful one. She can core boost, but she just requires so much setup. Her Gundam is so good though, the Gelgoog, her mobile suit, excuse me. When summoned, core boost this to your trash, another Compass, Family, Spirit, or Nexus you control. That's dumb. That card's dumb. It's so good. So it's kind of like I feel like it wants you to play the Shin stuff with the Kira stuff, but at the same time it feels like I don't know who to put to play together. Because it's usually Shin and Lunamaria kind of had a thing going towards the end of the last season. But Lunamaria was also I looking at Atherin the entire time, so who knows, man. And then you got Blackus Klein over here with game ending capabilities. But other than that, she just sits there. A lot to think about, everybody. A lot to think about. But I got to order the set. I like the name Mighty, thank you. I got to order the set. I got to do that. So that is going to conclude the stream for tonight, everybody. We're going to get there's going to be more cards that come out as far as I'm sure parallels. I'm sure we're going to get a parallel Mighty Freedom. I'm sure that's going to hurt my wallet a lot. I'm sure I'm not going to know what to do with my finances. But nonetheless, I'm so excited for this. I have a mock deck build right now. I'm sure I'll make some adjustments in my mind when it does come out. I also don't think that this will be all of the cards for this deck or this set. There's definitely has to be a Mulaflaga. There definitely has to be another Ramius. There's definitely a lot more that they could do with this deck, do with this series. There's going to have to be another Akatsuki. There's going to have to be another like M1 Astray, Murasame, or whatnot. There's so many cards that aren't in this set yet, or excuse me, not in this game yet, that stem from the movie. Couldn't be more excited to see the way that they continue to incorporate that. And I hope that during that they look at the original Seed deck and kind of look at the Raul Crusade and Zaf stuff and give that a boost, because that deck could definitely use a boost. I hope that they add in Sumeragili Noriega for 00 for Trailblazer. I think that would be really important. I'd like to see maybe the pilots will get secret rare seed modes if they go seed mode in the movie, which I do not know. There's a lot of capabilities out there and there's a lot of excitement out there. So I'm hoping we see it. I'm excited to see what does come out for more Battle Spirits. I'm locked in. I'm excited. I'm ready to see what the game's going to bring us. And I can't wait to play it and show everybody else what my decks are. So, this is Neon Omen. Thank you for watching tonight. We just looked at Gundam Seed Freedom.